Oh, hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Michelle, and I am doing a reading for fire signs today: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in all placements. And it's timeless and general, so take what resonates. And if it really doesn't, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They are all timeless and all placements as well. I'm going to start with my Wisdom of the Oracle deck and get the baseline of the story, and then I will clarify with some other cards, some other decks. Jojo made it, and the Aries is here. Good morning, and Rest Mojo too. Thanks for showing up, guys. You're awesome. And thanks to everyone for liking, subscribing, and sharing. It's helping my channel to grow slowly, but surely. Maybe it'll get quicker and quicker. That's the intention. Anyway, let's dive in, see what's going on for my fire signs. All right, we've got time to go. Number 45. Heading down the path, heading towards the door. Serendipity in protection, number 18, which, by the way, both of these reduced to a 9. Excuse me. Hang on. Morning voice. Okay. Yeah. Let me get one more. 2 9s. Closing out a cycle. And round, number 25. I'm going to probably look at that one again in the book. But these first 2 cards speak to you leaving a situation, a relationship, something. You're leaving something behind because you realize that it's time to go. It's reached this, whatever this is, it's reached its expiration date. And with serendipity and protection, it speaks to that kind of thing where you landed in a situation that initially felt um, amazing. It was perfect. It was magical. It was everything that you thought you ever wanted. It was like, yes, I finally hit the jackpot. And then over time, things went south. It degraded. It ended up not being what you expected or hoped for. Things changed, and you were left wondering, but why? Like, I thought this was the thing. All the signs pointed towards it. Like, you know, if this wasn't supposed to work out, why did everything point to it being so perfect? So right. And what it's what it was there for was to help you learn a lesson, or maybe many lessons, learn more about yourself, so that you could finally get on to the path that is meant for you, where you do finally get your jackpot. You wouldn't have been able to even get on this new path, move through to the next level, the next realm, um, without going through this first. There was something that you needed to gain from it. And I think it has to do with recognizing where you have kept yourself in cycles, or the same kind of cycle. For example, if this is a romantic relationship, maybe you recognized or have been recognizing that with this person, it's the same thing again. You've been through this before. Oh God, here we go again. I thought this was different, but no, I'm on this merry-go-round from hell, basically. But let me look up round and round real quick just to make sure. Um, the spiral quality of of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break. Revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. Yeah, it's time this this particular situation kind of shook you awake, or has been or will. Um, it's you coming to the understanding that you know that you need to make a change within yourself, that you're the common denominator in all of your situations that haven't worked out. And it could be the kind of thing where you're you're just kind of naturally drawn to certain people. Maybe because it's what's familiar, because of how you were raised. Um, typically, that's where everything starts anyway. Um, it's how you saw your parents um, be with each other, or it's how you were treated. um, Somehow you learned, and it doesn't have to be romantic, by the way. I just use that as an example, but it's like somehow you learned that love represents a certain set of things, even if it turns out it it feels it feels bad, it brings you down, it hurts you in the end. um and I think you're realizing that whatever you were thinking love is, whether this is romantic or friend or family member, um, any kind of situation where you invested thinking, well, this matches my understanding of love, you're realizing now that it was not true love, wasn't based in something that was healthy and uplifting and honored who you are. So so you're going, or you're about to. Oh, we got people. Jamie Leanne is here. Hello. Thanks so much for joining. And Sam Stafari, welcome. Thanks for joining from Seattle. I hope you're doing well up there. Um, Happy Bubble is here. Good morning. Thank you for joining, and thanks for your awesome comment. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my peeps. Hello, everyone. Okay, so let's see. Let's dive in. I'm gonna go with the light seers. Going with the light seers. What's the sitch for fire signs? We've got the Four of Wands in reverse. The Emperor. That's Aries energy. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like a long-term connection is dissolving. Something that at one time it was something you invested in, something you felt made you happy. There was a lot of yeah, celebration and harmony, and then something something changed. It like I said, it went south. Um, it ended up being all the things you realize you don't want. And this could be where you decided, or you're deciding, to take your power back, to take back control of your life, because maybe you realize you were giving your power away. Maybe you realize that you were more caught up in the dream, in the fantasy, than what was actually happening in reality, because maybe you were dealing with somebody who was much more focused on the material things, kind of superficial, materialistic. Somebody who was much more interested in their own needs, in maybe keeping up with the Joneses, not somebody it wasn't somebody you could really rely on. Maybe they seemed reliable at first, and then you kind of came to the understanding like, oh, um, this person just wants me for my money or for the security. Um, you realize this person was not dependable like you originally thought. And you're kind of, okay, help me out, guys. Those of you in the chat who know chess, what piece is he holding? Is that the king or the queen? I want to say it's the king. Um, I should know this. Not that I play chess regularly, but um, it's oh, he's got the queen. Okay, okay. Because I was thinking, wow, if that's the king, then that would be interesting because it's it's like holding the rounded headpiece. I don't know what that means. Anyway, maybe, I've got your number kind of thing, but we can at least say checkmate, right? There's something here where you took back your power. Um or are deciding to take back your power. You're like, I'm the one in control of my life. I've got the authority here. Standing strong, becoming sovereign again in unto yourself in your life, and feeling confident, or you're going to be, because you know what you deserve, and you know that this isn't, if it did feel right before, it doesn't anymore. And there's no point in trying to make something work when it's clearly just it's the same thing that you've experienced in the past. We've got, oh, I'm looking at this is the come on brain guardian tarot, my creepy tree friends. So we've got the 9 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Cups, huh? And the 7 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I have to point this out. This is really interesting. For some reason, okay, so this chess piece, the king, no, that you said the queen, whatever it is. It's the top of it is like a cross. The 7 of Cups has the church with the cross on top. Maybe this has something to do with a part of you. Okay, so it could be the kind of thing where you compromise something that was important to you, something that you felt deeply about, but you couldn't talk to this person about. The crosses make me think of religion. So it could be where you you were more spiritual in some way, and this person, maybe they were an atheist, or they were into something else, and so you put a damper on your beliefs or your intuition or things that you were interested in. And realized, or you are realizing that you're in a situation or have been in this situation where you just feel like things aren't working out. They haven't been working out. You may feel unhappy, um, and just I'm even getting like exasperated. You're not fulfilled. I don't think in any way at this point. And so you're looking at options and you're looking at your options have to do with what is more in alignment with you. It doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual. It could be anything that's really speaks to you in a deep way. This person was not deep. They, like I said, they were very superficial. They were all about the money and the status and the looking good, smelling good, and not at the end of the day there wasn't you know maybe you tried to have conversations with them and they were just like, what? I don't know, whatever. And so um I feel like you are looking at what else is around you. What other who can you actually have a deep conversation with about things that are actually important to you? You're not interested in defending yourself to someone who will never get you anyway. This feels like, I don't know, 7 of Wands typically is about defending yourself, feeling defensive. I feel like uh, I'm kind of getting the eight of cup vibes. Well, eight of cups, yeah, of course I am, because we have this walking away here. You're like, I'm not even gonna try to defend myself anymore. Maybe you have tried. Maybe there's been a lot of back and forth here. And this person, they don't get you. It doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter how you show up, how you present yourself. You're not on the same page and you're just like, "Ugh, fine. I'm not even going to waste my breath because I know there are other avenues available to me that will be so much more fulfilling." I'm going to go with my Mystic Mondays deck. Redbeard made it. Awesome. Welcome. Agnostic. Yes. Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Isn't that interesting that we have the King and the Queen on the table, which is a match? It's like a power couple, but they're both in reverse. Um, Everything and the Lovers in reverse. Gemini energy. And with the King and Queen there, we have Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, this is you deciding you are not going to talk to this person anymore. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Um you This isn't for you. You're realizing that this choice is not viable. Um there's disharmony in this relationship and you are separating yourself from them. You're over it. You know that whatever you did have with this person, where at one time it was really great, it's not anymore. And again, I'm kind of getting this, like, you're waking up from the fantasy, or you're realizing that you were caught up in the fantasy of who this person was, maybe how they presented themselves to you, or who you hoped they were, or yeah. And then it has become so clear. They're not who you thought they were. And so there's whatever momentum there was here, it's like slowly, it's gradually come to a halt. And you're just like, I'm closing the door on this. I'm walking away, walking towards something that is going to be much more fulfilling. I don't know what it is, but I know there's got to be something better. Getting dying on the vine. um okay, going with the tarot of mystical moments. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, the Five of Swords, and the King of Wands. Aha. Okay. Okay, this could be a couple things. So, this could be where maybe you're embodying this Queen of Pentacles energy. And by the way, there's no gender in tarot. Everybody has masculine and feminine. Um, where you could be taking taking back your power. You are focusing on what you can do to build yourself up after walking away. Maybe maybe you have taken you've dealt with some kind of loss here. Could be financial, but certainly emotional. This has been painful. You are working on healing because somebody was they tricked you in some way. They lied, they cheated, they stole from you, and you're taking what you have, whatever you can gather, and you're being resourceful, and you're kind of setting out in a new direction. The great thing about the Queen of Pentacles, she is the master gardener. She can take one seed and turn it into the bountiful harvest. This is about nurturing, it's about putting in the effort and being prosperous because of hard work and dedication. And you could be a parent, so you're focusing more on your kid. You could you're working on healing because of somebody that you dealt with who, like I said, they pulled one over on you, or pulled many things over on you, and hid behind a mask, a mask of beauty. She's kind of peeking out from behind this flower, holding the piece from the heart here. And it's like this person, in a sense, you feel like they ripped out your heart. And so it could be where you you're coming into balance. You have this kind of more practical, grounded side, and then you have this kind of and it's the female king too. Um where it's all about taking action, inspired action, and being being really successful because of it, because the King of Wands, he's my hell yes guy. It's not a hell yes, it's a no. And so there's this balancing of the masculine and the feminine within yourself, because the feminine is all about receiving and allowing, and the masculine is all about taking action. And so there's this great balance that's coming to you, that you're coming into balance within yourself. This can also be where you are, because you're taking control of yourself and your life and you're rising up. Maybe there's somebody who's noticing you, because the king and the queen, maybe they're different signs, like, this, if say this is you, um and then there's somebody here who has more earth in their chart. Somehow there's some kind of coming together after healing, or after dealing with somebody who wasn't so great. I'm kind of getting the sense that there's two two people separated by some pain that happened, that I think is not part of these two. Now, it could also be where there's somebody else in the mix who feels that they got their heart ripped out, separate from whoever this King of Pentacles in reverse is. Maybe you're thinking of walking towards someone, but there's some kind of something that needs to be healed in that situation. Let's keep going. um, Going with my Tarot of Transcendence. We've got the World in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Tower. Scorpio, lots of Scorpio here. Um, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and then fire signs again. With these reverse, it's like there's it could be difficult extracting yourself from this other situation. You can't have a new beginning until you walk away, but the universe is kind of jumping in and being like, all right, kind of like pushing the baby out of the nest, the baby bird out of the nest. It's like, this card is so interesting because there's all this money that's kind of coming out, floating around. Like, maybe you're taking a great financial loss in some kind of situation as you walk away. That's why you have to be resourceful and get back to your roots, like get back to what's most important, because maybe this person was a gold digger, and they're taking you for everything you have, kind of thing. Or they're just somebody who, if it's like a business partner or something, they're like, I don't know, whatever. So something financial there's a big shakeup here that's happening. The rug getting pulled out from under you, but it's what's needed because the foundation was not solid to begin with. um, and in order to move forward, to have your new beginning, you have to get out of this cycle. And I feel like the universe is kind of there, like, all right, helping you out. This is gonna suck, hang on, but you're gonna be better for it in the long run. So yeah, let me go with the Enchanted Map Oracle. Commitment, number 36, which reduces to a 9 again. Coming to Life, number 29. Into the Unknown, number 7, which round and round is also reduces to a 7. 7s and 9s could be um, important here. Like if you see them, it could mean something. Anyway, um, I feel like you are recommitting to yourself and what you really want, what's most important to you. You are coming to life. You are finally getting your mojo back and moving into the unknown. It's exactly like I said, like you don't know what's on the other side of that door, but you know you can't stay where you've been. It's too much. It's held you back for too long. It's depleted you and in probably many ways. Now this can also be where you're moving towards whatever's on the other side of this door could potentially involve commitment with somebody else, which this new connection, again, romantic, friendship, somebody who has your back, somebody who is there to help guide you or lift you up. um I just got wind beneath my wings. um this new partnership is like it's what you were actually hoping for. This is your jackpot. This is what's on the other side of that door. And you're moving into the unknown. This is totally different than anything that you have dealt with before, because uh, you will have finally gotten yourself off the merry-go-round of hell, and you don't know how to navigate this. This is totally different than anything you have encountered up to this point. But it's bringing you this sense of vitality and excitement that maybe you haven't felt in a long time. Um, and you're just like, oh, it's like coming back to myself again. This feels good. So let's finishing with a rune card. I appreciate you hitting like happy bubble. I appreciate all of you doing that. And if you forget, it's all good. I know the intention is there. Okay. Oh, we've got Perthrow. This is the very first card I pulled from this deck. Here you are coming back to yourself in the midst of, maybe you live in the city and you're figuring out how to get away, creating your own little sanctuary. You're getting back to. I'm definitely feeling you coming back to yourself in a tapping back into to a sense of spirituality or something that helps you to feel grounded. It's like I talked about before, where whoever you were dealing with in the past or have been dealing with, um, they didn't get this part of you. And you're now spending the time cultivating this, developing this within yourself, and focusing on people who are like-minded, who have similar practices, or you're developing a practice and you're joining a group, or yeah, and it could have to do with meditation or prayer, getting outside. Maybe you're gonna move to the mountains. um yeah, okay, so let me find Perthrow. Okay. Or maybe you live near mountains, and you but there it's like a city next to mountains, like I'm getting Colorado, for example. um and you're starting to notice, like let's see, what's the word, you're pulling yourself away from the city life and going more out into nature. Anyway, let's see. This rune card suggests the revelation of secrets or hidden knowledge. You could soon receive important information or learn something that sheds light on a situation that has frustrated or confused you. And maybe you've had a hard time speaking about it, speaking your truth. There will soon be a significant revelation of some kind, but the most likely source of that revelation will be from the intuitive wisdom already within you. And I feel like that's what this tower is about, at least a part of it. This revelation is just like, oh, I can't move forward until I close something out first because it's not working for me. Drawing this card could be a sign that you would benefit greatly from taking some time out to meditate and become more attuned to the still, calm voice within that knows what is in your best interests. In addition, it could also be a warning that you're being distracted from what really matters by external or material forces. What is external can never bring you fulfillment. And who knows, maybe because we had the king and the queen of pentacles in reverse, that is, both of them have to do with being caught up in the more superficial things, and kind of not having lost sight or not being connected to what is really most important, what is truly fulfilling. Within you is all the magic, mystery, excitement, and knowledge that you need for a rewarding and successful life. It's all within you. You have it. And if you're not there yet, you're going to be coming into balance within yourself. You're going to be finding recommitting recommitting to yourself and what you want, and that's going to bring in, it's going to attract more people, or you're moving towards the people who get you, who want to commit to you, with you in the same way. Oh, and we've got a butterfly. There's transformation in your life no matter what, and it's powerful and it's beautiful and it's exciting, and you're heading in the right direction. Absolutely, this is all happening the way it was supposed to, so that you could come back to yourself ultimately. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.